Humans have always known that maps are important, with their history stretching back over 5,000 years. Imagine a map so old it shows the world from the last ice age, with coastlines and continents that are totally unexpected. It even includes places like Antarctica, not as the frozen wasteland we know today, but as a landmass that might have been green and habitable. Maps like these, along with others such as the Peri Reis map, suggest that thousands of years ago, someone might have had the technology to map the world with remarkable precision. And here's the kicker: Elon Musk, of all people, finds this stuff fascinating. He's been wondering if we've lost a key part of human history along the way. Could it be that an advanced civilization existed long before ours, one that could navigate the oceans and accurately map the globe? And if so, why don't we have more knowledge about them? In a recent podcast episode, Joe Rogan and Graham Hancock dove into this very idea, discussing ancient civilizations, long-lost maps, and incredible ocean journeys that happened way before modern history tells us. You might be wondering what Elon Musk has to do with it. Well, Musk has always been intrigued by ancient mysteries and lost knowledge. Think of him as a real-life Indiana Jones, but instead of a whip and a hat, he has spaceships and rockets. In this wild search for answers, Musk isn't afraid to question the accepted version of history. He's interested in the idea that our ancestors might have known much more about the world than we've been taught. It's like he's saying, here's the map they didn't want you to see. Let's re-examine history and look at it differently. One fascinating topic that comes up is the Polynesian expansion, which took place about 3,000 to 3,500 years ago. Archaeologists say this was humanity's first major seafaring adventure. The Polynesians, incredible ocean navigators, crossed vast stretches of the Pacific without the help of modern technology like GPS or compasses. They somehow found remote islands, including Easter Island, located 2,000 miles from South America and another 2,000 miles from Tahiti. They settled on these islands and made regular voyages back and forth, a feat that still boggles the mind. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Graham Hancock questions whether these Polynesian voyages were really the first. He suggests that humans might have been crossing oceans even earlier, possibly during the last ice age. His theory is supported by DNA evidence from the Amazon, which suggests that South American populations had contact with people from across the ocean long before we thought possible. Hancock believes this means there could have been an ancient culture of global navigators who were crossing oceans during the Ice Age. If so, who were they? And why don't we know more about them? Maps play a huge role in this mystery. Ancient maps, some dating back to between the 1300s and 1700s, show the world not as it is today, but as it was thousands of years ago. The most famous of these maps is the Peri Reis map, drawn in 1513 by a Turkish admiral. This map shows parts of the world with surprising accuracy, including coastlines in South America, North America, and Africa. But here's the crazy part. The map was based on over 100 ancient sources, some allegedly from the Lost Library of Alexandria. Imagine that! The Library of Alexandria might have had maps showing the world as it was during the Ice Age, and somehow some of these maps survived. The Peri Reis map includes latitudes and longitudes with such accuracy that it's hard to explain. Longitude, which requires precise timekeeping, wasn't possible until the late 1700s. So how did these ancient map makers do it? Hancock believes this suggests a lost civilization with advanced navigation skills, one that could calculate longitude long before we thought anyone was capable. Another intriguing clue is the depiction of Antarctica on ancient maps. Before 1819, when Antarctica was discovered, no maps should have shown it, but some ancient maps do, depicting it as an ice-free land, possibly even habitable. This suggests that whoever made these maps lived during a time when Antarctica was not covered in ice, pushing the timeline back to the Ice Age. To add to the mystery, there's the Bimini Road in the Bahamas, an underwater structure made up of large rectangular stones. Some argue it's a natural formation, but Hancock believes it could be man-made, built by an ancient civilization. Interestingly, some maps show the Bimini Road above water, indicating that whoever made the map saw it when it was still dry land, not submerged as it is today. If these maps are accurate, it means there was an advanced civilization thousands of years ago, one capable of mapping the world, navigating vast oceans, and documenting parts of the world we thought were unknown. Yet somehow, all this knowledge was lost, erased from our collective memory, leaving only fragments of the past behind. Another fascinating mystery, the Bimini Road, an underwater structure near the Bahamas. This one has been the subject of debate for years. Picture a long row of large rectangular stones laid out like a path underwater. Some people think the Bimini Road is a natural formation, but others, like author Graham Hancock, argue that it's too structured to be a coincidence of geology. To him, it looks like something humans built. What's even more intriguing is that this structure appears on ancient maps as if it were once above sea level. If those maps are correct, it suggests the Bimini Road was visible above water long ago, around the time when sea levels were much lower, during the last ice age. That means if this road was man-made, it suggests that people were living in the Bahamas area and creating complex structures tens of thousands of years ago. If these ancient civilizations could build something like the Bimini Road, it raises a fascinating question. Could they have also mapped the surrounding areas? These maps, showing places like Antarctica, seem to hint that people were exploring and mapping much earlier than we thought. Some people believe this idea of ancient civilizations challenges the mainstream history we're taught today. For Musk and Hancock, these discoveries suggest that humanity might have gone through cycles, rising to advanced levels of technology, only to be wiped out by natural catastrophes like floods or earthquakes. The remains, like these ancient maps, could be all that's left of once thriving cultures. Stories of such advanced ancient societies appear across various cultures. For example, Atlantis, once dismissed as a myth, could be a real reflection of lost civilizations, with only a few remnants remaining. Hancock takes this further, suggesting that the culture behind these maps might have been part of a global civilization. Imagine a seafaring society capable of crossing oceans, trading ideas, and mapping coastlines. Their knowledge might have been shared across cultures and preserved in maps, like the Peri Reis map. And then there's the matter of how accurate these maps were. Some, like the Peri Reis map, include precise details of latitude and longitude, information that's incredibly difficult to measure without advanced tools. The fact that these maps were created so accurately thousands of years ago means that whoever made them had access to technology far ahead of what we thought possible for their time. This is where Musk's interest comes in. Musk doesn't just look at these ancient mysteries for the sake of history. He's a problem solver, constantly looking for ways to connect the past with the future. What if these lost civilizations had knowledge or technologies we've forgotten? Musk's mission to explore Mars and create a self-sustaining civilization could benefit from rediscovering this lost knowledge. He's interested in how ancient wisdom could help solve problems today, whether it's energy, transportation, or medicine. Musk's curiosity isn't just about finding forgotten technologies. It's about how those technologies could impact our future. Imagine if ancient civilizations had insights into areas like energy or medicine that we could still use today. That's the kind of breakthrough Musk is open to exploring, knowing that revisiting our past could unlock ideas that push humanity into the future, just like the exploration of space. It's not just about questioning history, it's about learning from it to shape what's ahead. That's a wrap for today's video, folks, but don't you worry, there's plenty more where that came from. We've got a ton of exciting updates on the way, so keep those peepers peeled and stay tuned. A massive thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next one.